Dealing with that, at least a day of relief. Hopefully it makes a difference.
Hopefully it does, because this system is not much of a rain event as it is the severe threat. Even the rainfall totals that we're going to see here tomorrow are not going to be all that high, but a significant risk of severe weather and a higher than normal risk for tornadic storms, but also strong tornadic storms. And that is what the outlook for the tornado threat is. Where you see kind of the colorized areas is the higher likelihood of the location of tornadoes. So the greater risk is more across the North Shore and into southwest and south central Mississippi. Then the hatched area is the region of the significant EF2 to EF5 tornadoes. So while the risk of tornadic storms is lower on the south shore than it is north of the lake, the risk is still the same on both sides for strong tornadoes. And again, not something that we see here very often. Maybe once every couple of years would we see a high risk like that in the far deep south. But the system is already producing some severe weather across Texas. Already a new tornado watch box has been issued. This will start moving our way overnight tonight. But as we get the day started tomorrow, again, dry. Might see a few rogue storms develop out ahead of the line, but it looks like most of our storms will be along this squall line that starts moving in, so we can kind of get a better idea of the timing. Around 3 o'clock, maybe pushing toward Tangi, but for the most part, Baton Rouge and maybe just starting to move into St. James Parish after 3. And so a lot of folks driving home from school, work, during the kind of 5 to 6, 7 o'clock time frame. North Shore, metro area, down toward the bayou parishes and the coast. After 7 to 8, 9 o'clock, looks like the line's weakening, but still affecting parts of St. Tammany, maybe New Orleans east, eastern St. Bernard, and Plaquemines, moving toward the South Mississippi coastline. And then after about 10, 11 o'clock, for the most part, the storms are moving out. Again, the timing can be a couple hours one way or another, but this is a very rough idea of when we should start to see those storms moving in, and definitely the afternoon and evening. As far as the impacts go, again, rainfall, flooding, that risk is very low. Strong winds, we have a higher risk for some damaging winds, especially along the squall line itself. Hail may see some, but that risk looks to be very low, but a higher than normal risk for tornadic storms as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. Today was gorgeous, 77 degrees after a morning start in the 40s and 50s. We have a southerly wind back, so we're not going to be that cool overnight tonight. That is increasing the humidity out ahead of this next system. A lot of sunshine outside during the day today. 75 is our current temperature, and humidity still on the rather low side, but those dew points have been coming up with the southeasterly wind right now at 18 miles an hour, in the 70s outside at the moment. Winds have been increasing, and the areas highlighted in tan, that is a wind advisory through the day tomorrow. So we're definitely going to see strong winds, and then with that frontal system moving in, some strong straight line winds possible, as well as the tornadic risk. This is the reason why big upper low moving into West Texas. Typically a lot of our severe weather outbreaks that we've seen across the south, the upper energy is staying well to our north, but that is not really the case here. The upper energy is going to stay a little bit closer to us, which does put us under a better chance of some of those severe storms, with this upper low kind of lifting to the north, but the base of the trough staying pretty far down to the south. Now the rainfall will be moving out by tomorrow late evening and night. We'll still have this southwesterly flow in place, but the upper pattern is going to favor gorgeous weather once we get through our severe weather tomorrow. That line is starting to set up out over Texas, and as it gets a little bit better organized throughout the night and into early tomorrow, our timing of when those storms will move through will be far more accurate. But the models have been fairly consistent in calling for our timing of the storms during the afternoon and evening. Frontal system moves on through, we dry out, and cooler, less humid weather moves in throughout late Tuesday night and for really the rest of the week. So our only problem day is tomorrow through the afternoon and evening, that 100% rain. Again, it's not going to be an all-day storm event. You'll still have the morning to kind of prepare, and by prepare, bring some things inside and just have a plan of, if there is a tornado warning in your area, know where you're going to go, because then we have beautiful weather on the way through Wednesday, Friday, and this weekend, stellar.
All right, Chris, thank you. You can track